Okay, my people. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are hearing me from. We have a lot of informations we need to pass on to the general public this hour, and it will be a thing of honor if my dear friend brothers and sisters can join me as we throw more light into the case of our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa that is going on in Finland court. From all indications and from all informations, it seems that our prime minister is winning the fight against the zoo and also against the Finland government, because zoo government and Finland government connived to deny our prime minister the right of freedom because of what I will title political persecution, if I'm allowed to use that word. Well, as it stands now, the Nigerian government, who sent Simon Ekpa to prison, could not be able to come around the four corners of the courtroom to defend their allegations against Simon Ekpa, knowing fully well that Nigeria now have become the center of attractions, kind of headquarter of terrorism. The man in question, who also submitted evidence against Nnamdi Kanu, against Simon Ekpa, which is Malami, is now facing terrorism charges. So how are you going to explain this word to the whole world, to the whole global family, that somebody who is charging me for terrorism is now being investigated for sponsoring terrorism? The same terrorism he is fighting. It sounds funny. Yes, to me it sounds funny. Anyway, Chukwudi Obinna, Chukwuma Obinna said, Mgbede Oma from Biafra land. Okay, my wonderfully made Biafran brother. Chukwudi, you are highly welcome. You are the first commentator. Collect your bell. Begering. That's how it take be. We're gonna come together so that we can deliver this message that brought us here. Because they say out of sight is sometimes out of mind, and they say wisdom is profitable to those who decided to make use of their own. So it will be a thing of honor and great joy that my fellow Biafrans will be here at this time. Please, if you join, let me know. Just hi, say something, because now human being they watch, no be a kind of robot. So if you join, my brothers and sisters, just drop a hi or an emoji so that we can proceed with what brought us here. They said time is money, and the teaching time saves 9. So that is the way it is. If you join, please indicate by sending like this live program, so that others will get notification, or rather they will get notified by YouTube, so that this message could be circulated, because I have a mother nation more only double onwe ya ka ọ bụ. And I hope my audience is already aware. I give this information some couple of hours ago that we are going to come on live by this time. Maybe I am earlier or maybe I am late, but that does not stop you from listening to the message that brought us here. It is called Message of Redemption of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra government, both de facto and in exile. A lot of things is going on at this point in time. the zoo is really trying their best to use one stone to kill two birds. Yes, if you remember what happened in 2024, exactly the same script is about to play out in 2026. In other words, they are trying in one way or the other to use Simon Ekpa's case, maybe the outcome in some extent, to judge the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Who is this? Bros, keep on keeping on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, Dr. Abeze are making us proud. Shame to the Sabos. Okay, so what am I trying to say? The issue at hand requires an utmost attention, if I may use that word. It is really alarming to learn that the same people who have vowed that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should never see the light of the day are still working hard day and night. I mean, I'm talking about the ex-DOS. The fact of the matter is that these guys are unrepentant and uncircumcised Philistines. They are unrepentant souls, and they must surely perish. Posterity will never be fair and kind to all the ex-DOS. They have better part of what is happening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and also Simon Ekpa. Yes, I know they are working for some people, but those people are not visible. So we have to treat the matter with urgency, and also we have to judge it based on the visible evidence before us, because every competent court of jurisdiction will always depend on a physical evidence, not a hearsay, just like the Nigerian government is doing in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, and Nigerian government and Finland government is doing in the case of Simon Ekpa Njoko in Finland as well. They know nothing other than injustice. Either injustice being meted out based on ethnicity, or being meted out based on what the other party have to offer as a compensation for them to be compromised. You see, people keep on saying that that Finland have compromised. But to me, I think it is an individual thing, which I mean to say, Alex Tob is the one who compromised. During the time of M.I. Okara and Desam Mbakwe, there are some other people of their grade which is also in existence in their own time, but their name is not being mentioned today. So that is the same way it's happening in Finland. Every man for himself, every woman for herself. So whatever Alex Stubborn did, whatever injustice that he used his office as a Finland president, a politician who is having meeting upon meeting with terrorist sponsors, all in the name of looking for easiest way, or rather the quick way to make wealth out of Africans. Then the few countries, the few Europeans who have not been compromised under this dispensation of the government of APC, All of them have collected bribe. In fact, their bribe, they are still, I mean, they are decaying. They smell day by day. You know what am I trying to say? Please. I don't know why. So, okay. Based on the information, as I said earlier, regarding the case of Simon Ekpa, I want to throw more light about what John Rosemando said. I published the message in the afternoon, but to me, the message does not require, I mean, it does not gain the required amount of views and shares that it's supposed to get, because this message is very, very vital in decision that they are going to take on the case of Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. That is why I have to come back to revisit this message, to throw more lights based on where I stopped in my previous publication. So we are going to come down to analyze this message one after the other, step by step, layer by layer, so that every Tom and Jerry, every Dick and Harry will understand what is really playing out on the case of Simon Ekpa Njoko. It is very, very important that we all know, because this is an investigator, a delegate, and also what I call it, an independent observer who have been traveling to countries for decades doing this, setting record threats. Where they did it right, he will say, yes, they did it right. Where they didn't do it right, he will also lay his own view based on what he understands as an independent observer, and also works as somehow a spy for the higher authorities in the US government. By name, John Rosomando. He says something about the case of Simon Ekpa. And that is why I said we need to throw more light on this. I will read. At least, let me just pause for a bit to welcome all my brethren who have joined this program. I don't know where you are watching me from. I don't know your time. But I know you are watching me. And I pray that at the end of this session, you have one or two things or more to go back home with. That was why I titled it, The Gospel of Redemption of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. There's going to be a revolution about these guys. It is loading. It is loading. Benefit. It is loading. And it's going to be disastrous. So let me welcome each and every one of us. Chukwuma Obinna, you are highly welcome. Mbedoma from Biafra land. Okay. Gabriel Mobodo. Broso, keep on keeping on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, Ngozi Orabeze. According to him, he said, they are making us proud. Shame to the Sabos. Okay, we have Gabriel Mobodo, who says hi, and Dyke Ebel, who said hi. You guys are highly welcome to this program titled The Gospel of Redemption of our two indefatigable lions of the tribe of Judah, the senior brother Nnamdi Kanu and the junior brother Simon Ekpa, no matter how you may choose to call it, Njoko, the Brigadier de facto, and also the United States of Biafra government prime minister. Well, let me emphasize on this very particular matter, just like the way it's supposed to be. Please, if you have joined, say hi. I beg you, say hi. Let me know that it's a human being that is watching me, not a robot. Friday said, I am a citizen of the United States of Biafra. God bless you, sir, and God bless DPM. My brother, you are highly welcome. Thanks. At least obey before complain. For obeying, any man who joined this program, just say hi. It's not going to take anything away from your body. It is not. So let me read the article we have here before we can going to be picking the points that is very, very vital. I repeat, before we begin to pick the points that are very, very vital, join me and also give me your listening ear. Biafran nationalists, hashtag Simon EKPA, faces political persecution. In other words, he is not being detained for doing anything wrong. He is not being detained because of what they are charging him. Lest I forget, let me remind you, what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is exactly what is happening to Simon EKPA again. Why do I use that word? The reason why they brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu all the way from Kenya. One, they said treasonable felony. Two, they said he called Buhari Jubril a dead body. You understand me? Then when the matter begin to heat up, they find out that these two is going to compromise them. They have to drop it and then focus on terrorism. Okay, look at Simon EKPA now. They are not focusing on terrorism which they charged him earlier. That that accusation of terrorism was dropped, or rather have already been dropped from his case file. When you hear me, you have already been dropped from his case file. Now they're talking about tax. They're talking about what do they call this? Forced redeclaration of Biafra or something of that nature. They brought in the documents of 2023 Helsinki Declaration as an evidence against Simon EKPA. Then Simon today stood on the podium and lectured them the international law on self-determination, which he never violated. So as it stands now, the Finland government, Nigerian government, the FDOS, all these people who gathered to lay accusation on Simon EKPA is now the one on trial, not Simon EKPA. Because as it stands now, Simon EKPA have the room that he have been looking for all these years, asking God, when will you bring me to this podium so that I can speak for the whole world to hear? So now, government of Finland and government of the zoo is on trial. If you know what I mean. Not Simon EKPA is on trial. You understand me? So, they are trying all they can to politicize Simon EKPA's case based on Finland is looking for contract from Nigerian government, and Nigerian government don't want to hear anybody talking about secession because Nigeria have not been created to succeed. It's just they create Nigeria to benefit few individuals who started day one. Let me shock you. All the whole people in government of Nigeria today, they were the ones who have been governing this country right from military era down to when 1960, when the UK or all their colonizers decided to just leave hand on paper, but internally their hand are still there. You understand? So it has been the same set of people, the same families whom they hand all these things over to. It has been from generation to generation. And then any future generation children that are trying to join them, you must be corrupted. In other words, you can never go there in the midst of all these guys and you expect to do something new. No, it can never happen. They will frustrate your life. You must surely agree to play that games they are playing. And then tell me, how will this country build on these antecedents is going to succeed? If that country, this country now is being okay, let's use a company as an example. Do you think that company is going to survive? Far from it. Bagadash. Okay, let's continue. Biafran nationalist Simon EKPA faces political prosecution, according to John Rosamando. According to him, I quote, I recently returned from Finland, where I monitored a significant case in my capacity as an independent observer, a delegate, and also a spy. I am now sharing my findings with the members of the Congress, that is, the US Congress, and also the American people in general, that's the American public, according to the way he put it here. What is this telling you? It is telling you that even America is interested in the case of Simon Ekpa. Congressmen are interested. White House are interested. Oval Office are interested. United Nations are interested, but the United Nations can never be trusted. But let me just count them for counting sake. All of them are interested on this matter. You can as well agree with me. Just like as I said earlier, the Nigerian government and Finland government are the ones on trial. Let nobody deceive you that we made such a comment during the time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Till tomorrow, Nigeria is still on trial. The reason why they cannot just openly do, a kind of do it expressly to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is because they are on trial. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Nigerian government and every other their counterparts who join hands in that kidnap, all of them are jittery because if they have to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu through the court, they are finished. And if they decide to give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu presidential pardon comes with conditions, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will never agree to take. So as it stands now, if they like, let them continue keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is just like a cannon, a time bomb that is waiting to explode. When the future generations of that zoo, what they are going to suffer, as a result of the mistake of this generation, is going to be it's going to be unquantifiable. It will be uncontrollable disaster. Let me put it that way. Nigerian government have set their future generation up by their act. Let this video be a reminder that a time like this, on 11th day in the month of August 2026, somebody like Okulora remember to make this comment. The disaster that awaits the future generations of that zoo, my brother, the disaster, I don't think even prayers and fasting can never stop it. It can never quench it. Don't forget, the disaster that these generations are seeing today is the one that are being perpetrated by the ones who came before them. And that is the way it's also going to happen for the ones who is still going to come after us. It is a generational thing. That is how they have programmed your living. That's how they have programmed your country. Like people. Okay, let me continue. He says, Simon Ekpa, an advocate for self-determination of the Igbo region of Nigeria, known as Biafra, and a Finnish national citizen, seeks appeal of his conviction in a Finnish court on terrorism. Allegations that veteran U.S. counter-terrorism prosecutors and investigators say would be thrown away as a hearsay in the United States of America court. In other words, he is trying here to tell us that there is no any case for Simon Ekpa to answer. Don't forget what I said earlier on. It is political persecution based on ethnicity and also based on mineral resources. Grab it, snatch it, and run with it syndrome. That is what is controlling the Nigerian government today. And that snatch it, run with it, and grab it have already covered the people of Finland through Alexander Stubb. And the future generation of this Finland is also going to be disastrous, because what Alexander Stubb is committing today is going to affect their future tomorrow. Believe it or leave it. My word sometimes is spiritual. It does not come always, but whenever it happens, something must surely, something must definitely happen. Well, let me just keep it at that, because I say, when I know ebe nuriozu, I say abowa, ya wa bido nisi kono, which one? I don't know. I don't forget that adage. But whichever way, you must try to understand it. Let us continue with what we have at hand. Don't forget, I said we are throwing more light on this very topic because it had been preached before, but it didn't get the required shares and required people who are supposed to have a critical thinking over what this man said, because this man does not go to Finland on his own capacity. Don't forget, he went to Finland on the capacity that he had been chosen by the Congress, United States of America government, to go and a kind of evaluate the case of Simon EKPA. So that is what this man is speaking on, that based on that capacity, based on that trust, based on that duty that they bestowed on him to deliver a good message when he went to Finland and back. But to God be the glory, the insight he is sharing here, where it's going to help us into tracing where ministry will ban open. Don't forget, we are still reading. Okay. According to him, he said that if it happens in US, that the district court, even the lowest court, will tell you, throw away this matter. It's of no use. It is just a hearsay, no physical evidence, and you decide to turn law upside down simply because of what you stand to gain when you deliver injustice to people of interest. Let me put it that way: people of interest, people of special interest, not people of particular interest. No, we can never be people of particular concern. It is only Nigeria and their citizens are people of particular concern, country of particular concern. We are people of special reason. Okay, let me continue. They noted that the evidence of EKPA's guilt was purely a circumstantial and will never survive in an American lowest court. However, Finland's lack of free speech protection and lower fining standard produced a conviction. American justice will not allow that. Okay, based on what this man says, it seems that freedom of speech is not really allowed in Finland. Do you pick that word? Don't forget, I said we are going to throw more light. We are going to be decoding the points that this man has been made, and then we analyze it critically. Does it mean that Finland is the same thing with Nigeria? Which in Nigeria they will tell you there is freedom of speech, but freedom after speech is what they cannot guarantee. Then look at this word again. Look at it critically. Let me start from here. Okay, they noted that the evidence of EKPA's guilt was purely circumstantial and will never survive in an American lowest court. However, this is where my concerns arose. However, Finland's lack of free speech protection and lower fining standards produced a conviction. American justice will not allow that to happen. Said in American soil that this is bagadash, that this is not what law is all about, or this is not what justice is all about. Any justice that has been perceived denied, or rather delayed, is as well denied. Please, my people, before we continue with reading and also decoding the very vital point on this matter, how many of us is watching this program? How many have identified and they even say hi? How many have sent your like? The more you like this video, the more YouTube will recommend this video to many people so that they will watch it and pass the information to others. Just like as I said, we are throwing more light on this. This is not a repetition of message. No, we are throwing more light. Throwing more light in the sense that some people who are supposed to watch the message did not watch it, do not get even the share due to the little number of likes that the video received. So now we are live to throw more light, and I would like you to send your love, send like, so that YouTube will recommend this video to others. Is that thing too? I mean, is it too difficult to ask? Hell, ndị Igbo, chai. On a lifestyle, I swear. Okay, let's continue. The trial court failed to produce direct and immediate evidence as to EKPA's personal involvement providing weapons to those fighting for Biafra independence. No physical evidence. And you are telling me you hear say, based on some doctored information from Nigerian government officials and their representatives, the likes of Bianca Ono and XDOS, they went and doctored most of the information, or rather most of the evidences they brought before Simon Ekpa. Hearsay, just like this American investigator and observer. Efficiency, Friday, Christopher, hi, okay. Emmanuel Eloha said hi, my brothers, my sisters, I beg, make one they say hi, I beg, make one they say hi, make one they comment, all the very, very important. Make one they comment, more than they comment, as we proceed. So, according to this observer, he said that what they witnessed, or rather what he witnessed going to Finland, is something that no any country, no matter how lowest that country is, no matter how poor that country is, based on their a kind of, their judicial system and their governing system, he said that no country will ever convict Simon Ekpa with such a frivolous, non-existent charges and evidence provided. And he said you are charging for somebody for terrorism. The act of terrorism in every country carries a kind of a capital punishment. Yes, any act of terrorism carries a capital punishment. They look at Finland telling Simon Ekpa, or rather sentencing him based on terrorism charges, yet he cannot provide any single evidence against him. Instead of you to maintain that standard of conducting a thorough investigation before arrest, you now choose to do the same way Nigerian government are doing in their own country. Arrest them and then go and look for evidence. If you don't see anyone, manufacture one against them. That way, you can subdue them to succumb and to agree to your terms and conditions of freedom, and also for them to say never, never to talk about Biafra again. That's exactly what they're trying to do. Suppression. Suppress the voice. Inconvenience them. Turn the followers against them. By doing so, then they can be able to succumb to our pressure, or to our demands, or to our terms and conditions. But my brother, not everybody will be able to do that. It is not possible. Not the likes of Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. These two guys, I am not seeing them compromising today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, or even in their lifetime. They have already decided to give their life for the ones they love. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu die today, but God forbid, the faster the Biafra will come. We are not praying for him to pass so that Biafra will come faster. No. He fought for Biafra, and he needs to be alive, at least to step the feet and raise his hand up and say, my people, we did it. As simple as that. If after doing that and then he left, he died as a hero, as unforgettable hero. Not that even if he die now, he don't die as a hero. Please don't twist my words. I know why I made that such a comment, and you self you know, so don't drag it. Emmanuel Eloha, continue, please. We are solidly behind you. Thank you, my brother, for the encouragement. So what am I trying to say? This issue, Now, Nigeria have corrupted Finland. Nigeria have corrupted Estonia. Don't forget, Estonia is where they park their private jet, where they want to come to Finland, steal some EKPA, cage him inside the trunk of a car, and then drive him past to Estonia, and then from there they take him to a unknown destination, and the rest will become a history. Our gods are not sleeping. Our ancestors are not sleeping. Yes, of course, they are not sleeping. Okay, let me complete this reading before I forget. No American court will prosecute Simon Ekpa for what will be treated as First Amendment issues. Amendment in the sense that, my brother, what do you call it? United Nations Charter on Human Rights and Self-Determination guarantees you for self-determination or whatever it is being called. But you must mind your language. You must mind the way you accept things that happen. Yes, I know you may not agree with us or agree with them that most of the things that are telling Simon Ekpa today is most of the things that happen in Biafra land. And he said, yes, we did it. You understand me? So that is most of the things they are charging him now. Even the ones that is not directly involved. He will say, yes, we did it. Because in a terms of affirmative warfare, everything wins the war. In terms of propaganda, in terms of even sharing a kind of some information that never existed, you know, all these things comes in place. Just like what is happening in Iraq against between US and Israel against Iraq. Today Israel will come and give their own side of the story. Oh, we have bombarded this place. Tomorrow America will come and give their own. Next tomorrow Iran will come and counter and say no, they didn't do this, they do it that way. So propaganda is part of the thing they are using to win any asymmetric warfare. So that's exactly what they are creating at this point in time. Please, if this is your first time of watching me, or this is the first time of joining this program, or this is the first time of hearing about Okute Daily Talk, my brother, please make sure you subscribe to our channel, turn on the notification icon. Now here, we will tell you informations the way it is, unadulterated informations that is based on facts, information that based on a very deep reflection and investigation, information that based on a very deep reflection and research, and we come out with a sound result to present to you. My brother, this is a trustworthy channel where you can be getting information PM to PM from your doorstep at every given time. God bless my DPM and my PM. According to Friday, Christopher. Yes, oh my dear Friday, God must surely bless him. Where are others? Can you please drop? Even if na thumb up you drop for us, we go manage. No, besides they beg you. If that one is not money, but the more you drop it, the more YouTube is going to be recommending this video to others. This information cannot be kept for yourself alone. It needs to go round. We need to understand the gravity of what these people are creating upon themselves. Because when we understand it, then we can be able to use it to warn our own future generation into not making such a mistakes. Yes, the fruit, whatever seed we plant today, will sometime in the future germinate. If you plant a good fruit in a very good soil, it will produce something very good for you. But if you plant your own on a sandy soil without no manure, my brother, the outcome might not be that a kind of visible to you. So we need to share this message so that we can warn our future generation into not making this kind of expensive, very, very expensive mistake that the Nigerian government is currently doing, and also the Finland government is currently doing. Don't forget, no one dare, no any country, no any individual who dare to fight with the Biafrans ever get away peacefully. No. We fight to finish. Don't take our gentility for weakness. We are not weak. We are the people who survived the war under 36 excruciating months of food blockage, and yet we still stand today. If by the time that we know nothing, they couldn't eliminate us, then you could imagine what is going to happen in this 21st century, where in every tech company, we are the top, we are the leading. In every tech company in the whole of the world. You know, I'm talking of America, you're talking of UK, you're talking of Canada, you're talking of Australia, They're talking of Israel. They're talking of, I mean, name it. Is it in Asia, Japan, China? Now what for you? One day, now we did, and now we the wrong things. We are not pushovers. These people have pushed us to the extent that we're supposed to react. Just like the zoo taking whatever the bandits and their ache are issuing out to them on daily basis. You can imagine an imam coming out to tell you that if you do not believe on their Muhammad, or you are not believe on Islam teaching, you are born to be unalived. And he called all the whole Christians, both their bishops, their pastors, their deacons, both the general overseers, the ones who have private jet 4, the ones who have private jet 5, the ones who have the highest university that a poor church member goer can never attend to. He called all of them infidels, people who don't know God. He called you kafiri, people who don't know God. I didn't see the outroller in a Christian community. Then let ordinary me come out tomorrow now and say something against just a book that somebody written, that somebody who is not going to church, they print, which is China printing Bible. Then you will see all of them will then unleash their internet toothless bulldogs and armor against me. Look at what the people who said that they are the one who know God. Look at what they call all the whole Christian communities. Christian Association of Nigeria closed their mouth. All the whole pastors, all of them make film. Just that Bishop Onekan went to Tunumbu to tell him the truth. They turned against him. Now, so all of them, including the Christian community, insulted this man. They insulted the living daylight out of this man. Then comes an imam, both in Hausa and in the Yoruba land, saying that infidels does not deserve to live. That all of them deserve to be unalive. The few ones who still remains and refuse to abide by the Islam teachings is now being going to convert into their slaves, which is they are going to be the one doing everything for them, including making money for them, because these people called Fulanis, these people Islam, the only thing they know how to do is just to bomb. They are lazy to make money. That was why you see them, they always dwell on selling of ammunition, finished products. More of insights on the message we saw. Yes, my brother, God bless you. God bless you too, Onyenkem. There is a message I saw here, which is also we need to also read it to the hearing of the world, because whatever information we are passing here today is not literally for us. It's for what I call it, uninformed minds, like the general public, the other countries who are interested in this case of Biafra. So we are passing this information not literally for us, but for them. That was why we need to be throwing more light, so that when they listen to the message, when they find the headlines, they can be able to know, yes, that this is in line with what we have been hearing or what we have been expecting to hear from these people in terms of defending what is happening in or within their leadership circle. Let me put it that way. Okay, bringing Foreign Affairs Minister, Minister of Foreign Affairs. So thank you, Mr. Rosamando, for your honest assessment of your observation in Finland. The Brigadier Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko was arrested soon after Nigeria Vice President and a Boko Haram co-founder Shetima met with Finland President Alexander Stubb in September of 2024 at a United Nations event in New York. See pictures for yourself. At Alesto, Biafra people are facing dual existential threats from the atrocities of jihadists and Nigerian military police and paramilitary agents Nigeria deploys in Biafra land. So look at the pictures here. This is the picture they had in that 2024 September. Then they made the meeting and they watched Simon Ekpa for him not to be partaker. In fact, for them to crush the redeclaration, because they know what it means for them to crush that. The idea of arresting Simon Ekpa before the convention, they miscalculated it. They thought immediately they cripple Simon Ekpa, everything will be, in fact, it will be Bagadas. That was why I told you that even up to today, Nigerian government and Finland are the ones on trial in the case of Simon Ekpa. Yes, they miscalculated it. They took Simon Ekpa off, and Simon Ekpa have already prepared them for that day. And that was why she had to take courage and make sure that she redeclared Biafra, got the documents signed and sealed. So as Nigeria is now, if the international community, maybe United Nations Convention or whatever, decided to say, okay, come, let us put here together. What document do you have about this your Biafra? Was it provide that document that have been signed and also been voted for over 50 million people? Then you know, we have already won the case against the Nigerian government in any court of international standard, not their own local court, not that nonsense they call court in Nigeria. That is not court. That is charge, and in fact that is buying and selling is what they are doing there. Highest bidder gets justice in Nigeria. If you don't have anybody, you don't have money, then get out. Nothing for you. Okay. So the man also shows some kind of messages that some people may not also like to read, because that one is for Palestine and not for us. Kennedy said Finland is a very corrupt country. We have already just known, before people are respecting Finland, it was just of recent time we know that Finland freedom of speech is guaranteed, but freedom after speech is not guaranteed. We just know. So you can as well agree with me that what is happening to Simon Ekpa is not ordinary. We misquoted Finland. We mistaken them for what they are not. We thought that they are, or they can be trusted or trustworthy. Finland, if there's any other country who knows about Biafra, Finland, all their life they know about Biafra antecedent, they know about the tragedy, they know about the war. In fact, most of their doctors worked in Biafra land during the time of that genocidal war against the people of the Southeast. So there's no any new thing for you to explain to the people of Finland. They don't know about Biafra. They know about Biafra war. They know about the existence of Biafra. They know what Biafra have went through. This one is just a case of betrayal, because we trusted this so-called Finland. We thought that what we are hearing is true, without not knowing that what is put in paper is different from practical practice of it. That what they are doing is opposite. Okay. Desmond said, thank you so much, my brother. But my question remains, why is the world leaders and Mr. President Trump and Israel leaders are keeping silence over Biafra Christian genocides and persecution in Nigerian government? This question have been asked on so many occasions without any single answer. Chibuzo Ezudu, USB forward ever forward. USB forward ever. Yes, you are right. Thank you very much, my brother. I salute you. Okay. According to Ejiogu the General, he says something here, and I would like you to also read, listen to me while I read. He said, unfortunately, Finland has become such a corrupt country in the European Union. Even seeing the level of corruption and terrorism going on in Nigeria since they held Simon Ekpa could have been reason for the judge to discontinue with the case, but they are expecting a big fat envelope from Nigeria. Let me also shock you. Do you know that some couple of weeks ago, not weeks ago, sir, on 31st of last month, on 31st of July, this same Alexander Stubborn make a tweet which says he condemned the activity. I think that day there was a massacre of Christians across northern states, Benue, Plateau, and southern Kaduna, and he made a tweet condemning the act of terrorist Boko Haram, how they are mutilating Christians in Nigeria. This man who still collect money from Nigeria condemn their act, and then the government who is forgiving those people, you condemn their act. The government who is integrating these people into their government is the one now joining hands with you, fighting an ordinary and innocent citizen based on words of his mouth, which has no any physical evidence. My brother, Finland have missed their chances of becoming one of the richest countries in the whole world if they could have helped, or rather, if they could have shaded Simon EKPA. If they have said no to that devilish offer they offered to Alexander Stubb on September of 2024 in UK, sorry, in New York. That is where this whole meeting take place. This is where the whole plans on how to cripple the movement take place. That is the place where they have decided that if you allow this guy to declare Biafra, we are going to be in a deep problem. Make sure you took him before that declaration date. Without not knowing that Simon EKPA have already prepared for a day like that. It shocked them when they when the declaration was took place. If Finland is not aware of the declaration, how can flyers be flying everywhere on your capital city and you couldn't stop it? Then you're coming out to tell me that 2020 has a single declaration is a crime. What crime? When Simon EKPA was reading it at Montevideo video, whatever they call it, I don't know, this agreement on based on self-determination, the prosecutor and also the judge, all of them open mouth, wow, like wow. They open mouth like ambulance. They are not guided. They didn't ask questions that these people I am trying to deal with, or I'm trying to treat bad. What are their results in terms of intellectual? My brother, we are dealing with people that have brain, not people that don't have brain. They don't ask questions. They don't know that Simon EKPA and Nnamdi Kanu, their mouth they leak. If they decide to open their radio, my brother, all Nigerian radio stations is going to close down. Because these guys will hit you with facts and figures, with concrete evidence that even the prosecutor and the judge will look stupid before the general world, before the global community. Okay, let us continue. We have few minutes, so we have few minutes to end this program because we have tried. This is almost 1 hour. We have been speaking for complete 1 hour. Hey, nah, more come out cap for me. I never pause since I start this program for 1 hour, moving straight. I dey speak. Just like play. Oh. Yeah. And yet I have to beg you to send love. I have to beg you to like the message. I beg. Let me pause for a while. Let me rest. I beg. Let me rest more. I beg. You people should bear with me. Let me rest more. All the whole water in my body don't dry. You see, as I drink water like 1 hour. Talk for complete, going to stretch 1 hour. Hey, Chineke me. I beg, let me rest more. You better say I even forget myself, because each time the matter of Biafra came up, each time I try to treat this matter, each time I try to analyze the message, it gives me a special joy, because I am doing this for my generation. I am doing this so that what I pass through, answering a Nigerian, that my future generation will not pass through that. That is why I am doing this. So I have a great passion. This time I stand before the camera. My father did it. My great-grandfather did it. So you can see, it is hereditary. My daughter have already told me that she's going to continue for why I stopped. My father, my late father, worked with Ichuku Merije in those days. According to the story that I was told. So, Chibuzo Ezudu, hi, you are empowered by God. Emmanuel Eloha, Aloha. Are you from Emoha in River State? Emmanuel, Aloha. Araka, Amunai, Ziguacha. Okay, the message, just like as I was saying before, my brother, my sister, if you join my live program, I beg you, just they show your thumb up, they double tap your screen, make it they send love. Which other way again I want to tell you? Make gonna they show some love now. How can I I talk for 54 minutes non-stop. Hey, this is landmark victory. I am from Ngwa land. Okay, Ngwa. Onye beka anyị Ngwa land, Abia State na Abia State. I have a very good friend. My very good friend here in Asia, Igwe Joneb. He is from Okoko Item. Yeah, Okoko Item. Igwe Okoko Item. That is what I used to call him. A great people. Abia State. They are very great people. Only that the problem they have is that they don't love each other. No mind me. Every state have their own ups and downs. So on our own, no love for each other. Imo State, they like make they call them dead. Once they call them dead, they go. Insurance cover you. My brother Chibuzo Ezudu, you are trying your best. I can see your handwork. One day, continue. Continue. Just the march forward. Each time you call, people must surely answer. Hello, I'm sorry for this. Hello, I'm sorry for this. What are you saying sorry for, my brother? I don't need to say sorry one day. No need to say sorry. Okay, let us continue. The program is already. I'm rounding up. According to Citizens Open, say thank you, sir. May our God of Biafrans bless you abundantly. Millions of innocent Christians, Biafrans, are being killed on daily basis by the Nigerian Muslim terrorist government simply because we don't want to be Islamized against our faith. Please, we need recognition ASAP. This message is going to the government of the whole world. Biafrans are facing existential threat, and the earlier we all wake up to our sleeping slumber, the better for all of us. There was a message English Alhaji posted some couple of hours ago. I just stumbled in on it on X. Yes, when I was trying to organize the message for today. And in that message, he warned the Nigerian government that terrorists from Zamfara, they are relocating over 200 bikes. And each of the bike, you know how they used to go. That's why they always demand for hijack. All these Bajaj. Each of the bike, they carry driver and two passengers. And all of them are fully armed. This guy raised alarm, called the attention of Nigerian government. Look at these people. Look at where they are living from, and look at where they are heading to. A new place. Based on special information or intelligence gathered, Nigerian government did not show any concern. Those people arrived at that particular area today. The next day, they strike police, the people living in taking charge of those areas. They buy them, collect all their guns and their hillocks, and zoom off. You can never see such a news on any Nigerian media house. Every atrocity that is happening in Nigeria is underreported by Nigerian government. They have gagged their media not to report the truth. Just like what the defense chief, Christopher Musa, said the other day, that they have limited the military on some certain areas not to be posting what is happening until after 2027 election. In other words, they want to use propaganda to continue in office. Nigeria need to be extra careful. How you hear, sir, Nanya? Nigeria they hear Nanya. Nnamdi Kanu told them, he said, after all these things, at last, Biafra must surely come. That is where we wait for them. I want to go na Ski Junction. I want to go Ski Junction. Na Ski 2. I have to go Ski 1. I have to go Ski 2 for what how far. T Junction. Okay. Michael said, thank you, sir, for following it up. We only want to leave Nigeria. It's a place they kill us in uncountable numbers. We Christians, Biafrans, are suffering in the hands of the Nigerian government. They want to Islamize both our Biafra region. We Biafrans are only Christians. They are killing us every day by day. We need help. To the international community, to you hearing my voice, if what our people are passing through never touch your heart, then don't share this message. If you have a human sympathy, if you truly have a human sympathy, that you are being born and bred in your own home, because we all are being taught to fear, and that's the reason why you see the docility of Christians in Nigeria. Even what the God told them in the Bible, they never taught us. The only in their mouth, kingdom of God suffering violence, and the violent one taken it by force. Then they are taught that the only way the violent one taken it by force is by kabashing. That is what they told us. But that is not what the Bible meant. All the whole time that this Bible God that we are following, all the whole time he taught Israelites. He never taught them to carry your Bible. You know, he said, carry your armor of fight. Go that country, dominate them, and take over. When we have a generation who believes that portion of the Bible which says the kingdom of God suffering violence, that the violent one taken it by force, it is by kabashing and saying Holy Ghost fire. My brother, you are going to share away the shower of Holy Ghost fire, they will cut off your head. So the docility of this Christendom is the reason why those miscreants are throwing anything at them, because they have known that they can never retaliate. Imagine a sheikh come out and call all the whole clans, both the one who have power, the one who has strength. He called them infidels. The Christian Association of Nigeria is mute. They didn't say anything. The same Christian Association of Nigeria sent out delegates to be attacking Bishop Oneka for saying the truth about what Tinubu told them, that he is set to win election at all costs, that if it matters to him to buy all the whole Nigerians, he must remain as president. Every bishop that go to that meeting, all of them shot mad because they have collected envelope. This man came out and said, I can never be compromised. I have been speaking for this, for my people since 2012 up to today. The same man they are chastising today was once in bed with them, not in bed with them because he spoke against Goodluck Jonathan's government. They loved him, they embraced him, they said, oh, this is the only man of God that can stand. Today, he spoke against the injustice they are meting out on the citizens of Nigeria. They come after him. As if that is not enough, the presidency, including people who cannot even clean this man's shoe, Daniel Bwala, they begin to attack a respected man of God. The Christian community, we are done. Now, another Islamic cleric who is being intoxicated by this their Islam and the power grabbing is now telling you that all of you, both the Khan, the Adeboye Church, all the whole people that is kabashing, so all of us, so on the infidels, say all of us deserve to be unalived. The whole Christian community is quiet. Shame to Christianity. Christianity is a killer. Why do I say so? All the whole people are dying today, all the whole Christians that the Muslims are killing, my brother, now Christianity, they kill them. That nonsense teaching, pray, God is going to intervene. Oh, they are going to suffer in hellfire. Who told you? Which hellfire? Those more than they for the hand, more than continue kabashing. Why did they go house to house? They take knife, they on our life on like where they are killing chicken. And when somebody talk and I go, as I talk now, you will see how they will attack me. But none of them is going to go out there to go and defend the Christianity that are being rubbished by irredentists that call themselves Muslim clerics in Nigeria. Irredentists. Because they are irritating. Very stinky, idiotic set of people. I continue. Stop the war on Igbos. He says, thanks for saying the truth, sir. Nigerian state is paranoid about division despite worsening terror against the citizens. Nigerian government looks the other way as Fulani terrorists wipe out an indigenous communities, but sends a death squad when they hear Biafra exit. Jude said that Finland has been compromised because of oil and gas. It is shameful, but truth will always defeat lies. At Alex Tobe, please release our brother Simon EKPA because he did nothing wrong. The world knew that the Nigerian government are a real terrorist. Hashtag self-determination is not a crime. The last, but only this, we are rounding up. Mazi Ofodele, thank you, sir. Or rather, thank you very much, sir. The same template they played for Simon EKPA is what they played for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, both convicted without a base in either the local law or international law. All we want is Biafra, a free state to live without the fear of being killed or being mutilated. My good people who don't hear my voice at this point in time, I have entertained us enough, and this is the time for me to entertain myself in sleep. If I tell you this is 1:37 a.m. my time, in fact, I have entered 12 already. That's the Asian time for you. I'm my 12 already, and I'm sure Biafra land is still on 11. So you can see that the time difference makes it sometimes difficult for me to appear on live because I work from 8 o'clock. So you can as well see the reason why sometimes it seems like I don't usually appear online. If I appear online earlier on, I will not see anybody to talk to because everybody will be busy with their businesses and in their offices. But anyway, as I will always tell you, I am here to serve you and I will serve you do diligently. So please help me to share this message. Let it go viral and let other people who have never got hold of it, let them get hold of it. And as such, I will still hear my voice again. So I need to take some little nap until I come your way again. I see me one and the only Okulo one this year. I love you all. Yeah? Thanks. I love you all. Thank you.